I am so excited to be here today on this episode of the Living Real with Sarah talk show. Thank you, everyone who is in-house today, and for everyone who is a part of us from a distance. We are glad that you are here. So today, I'm taking a very personal topic, and I call it personal because it's talking about my gender, my gender. So the last time we had a discussion on what exactly the men want, it was the Clash of the Texans, and it was amazing, a beautiful time. And today, we are proceeding to ask the question, what exactly do the women want? So you see, when I say it's personal, because this is about us, what exactly do we want? We'll start the ball rolling and start with the first question. The first question, please. What are the three things that men consistently get wrong about women? Top on the list. Men think that women want perfection. Men think that women nag. And men think that they know what we are thinking. Very simple, right? I'm going to break it down. We've had a lengthy discussion with the women, and so I'm speaking the mind of several women. We don't want perfection. We don't want perfection. That's not what we are gunning for, because we know that there is no one that is perfect except God. Even us, we are not perfect. As women, we know we are not perfect. So it will be very unjust for us to expect you, the men, to be perfect. We don't want perfection. And believe it or not, we don't enjoy nagging. No, we don't enjoy nagging. We don't enjoy having to say one thing again and again and again. And number three, we don't need mind readers. We don't need you to read our minds. All we want is for you to listen and care enough to learn us. They claim we are very complicated, but we are just deep. We are just very thorough. That's how my gender is. Okay. All right, so that we want perfection. I'm going to read some things that were written. What we really want is presence, effort, and emotional safety. We don't want perfection. That's what the women are saying. What we really want, we want presence. We want you to be there. When you are there, let's know you are there. We don't want you to be a deadbeat husband. We don't want you to be a figurehead husband, as it were. We want the presence, like you are there. Not only making things available, but being a part of the system, the ecosystem of the family. So we don't want perfection. Nobody's perfect, but we want presence. We want effort. Some men will say, oh, that's not the way I grew up. I didn't see my dad do it that way. And we totally get it. But we want to see the effort that you are trying. You are putting in your best to improve for us, to improve for our family. And yes, you might not get there, but at least you would not be where you used to be. Some men will say, I don't know how to boil water. But you know that cooking is a major life skill that does not respect gender. So even if you grew up in a house or a home where they only make the women to cook, the girl child cooks, the boy child plays, soccer. Now, when you get married and you see that it's costing, or you're in a relationship and it's costing you your peace, your wife is not happy, your lover, your girlfriend is not happy with it, at least you can make an effort. Okay, start from learning how to cook noodles. Nobody's saying you should cook jollof rice or make, something complicated, but you can start from somewhere. We just want to see the effort. We want you to be present. We want to see the effort, and we want emotional safety. We want to know that we can be vulnerable with you. Maybe not all of the time, but most of the time. Contrary to what people think, women are actually very considerable. So, we don't want you to be perfect, sir. And this is going out to our friends, our brothers, lovers, husbands, Fathers, we don't want you to be perfect. We're not asking for perfection. We're just saying be present. Put in the effort and give us emotional safety. That is what we want. That is what we want. And then about the nagging. We don't like nagging either. And yes, we like to talk about stuff. We don't like to just put sweep things under the carpet. And yes, I must say this, that my gender need to learn how to communicate effectively. And believe you me, we are working on it. The timing, the tone, those are things that we need to work on. But honestly, we don't enjoy the nagging. And we don't want men to think that silence means peace. Because when you tell a lady she's nagging, there is the tendency for her to keep quiet. I'm telling you don't want a woman that just goes quiet. So we want to strike a balance. We don't like the nagging. All we want to do is express ourselves. But yes, we are working on the timing. I know that's a very terrible one. I've seen ladies and heard about ladies who we wake up their husband in the middle of the night. I mean, this guy went to work, came back. And then there are some issues that you think must be discussed. And I understand that. Now, waking this guy up when he's like 2-3 hours into his rest, no, that's diabolical. So yes, we have to work on that. The timing, the tone, yes, we need to work on those things, but these things need to be discussed. Okay, so you don't want to push a lady to a point where she goes silent on you. Silence does not mean peace. It's pseudo peace. Silence does not mean peace. So many times it means we are tired of explaining what isn't being heard. When a lady goes quiet because she doesn't want to be termed as nagging, it means she's tired of explaining what isn't being heard. And if we are seen as nagging and choose to go quiet, to let peace reign. And that peace is in quotes. Peace reign. So that is that. The third one is the emotional expressions. The emotional expressions. For us as women, we are very emotional. And yes, we need to talk. It doesn't mean we are needy, but we need to talk. That's the way we are wired. So the emotional expression does not equal emotional instability. Like I said, women need to talk, but it doesn't mean that women are needy. It doesn't mean that we are clingy. It just means that that's how we are wired. We express ourselves. So we need to talk about it. And while timing might be wrong sometimes, like I already mentioned, or the words might be harsh sometimes, we seriously are working on that. But we simply need to talk about matters. So answering the question, 3 things. What are the 3 things that men consistently get wrong about women? We don't enjoy nagging. We don't want perfection. And we don't want mind readers. Don't think you know what we are saying. We want you to listen to understand what exactly it is that we are saying. And I'm telling you, if the men, or when the men take these things to heart and work on it, it's going to help you to understand us better and to enjoy your relationships with us. I hope this has helped you, every man out there, and those who are here also. And if you apply this in your relationship, I'm telling you, it's going to be a plus to your relationship. Thank you for listening.